Hello, my name is Natalie Phillips, and my project focuses on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 12, ensuring sustainable production and consumption. In particular, the issue of non-recyclable plastics in landfill. My son has type 1 diabetes, and the technology that helps him lead a happy life is amazing. But when we consider the UN Sustainable Goals, I could see there was some room for improvement in this space around the use of waste of medical plastics. We and lots of Australians and people around the world use these applicators every 10 days to apply a new sensor to the skin. And we're instructed to just throw them in the bin, which has always felt very wrong to me. I collected evidence using a survey, and I found out that 60% of people throw these in the general rubbish, while the others do a combination of recycling, pulling out the needle, as there's a needle embedded inside, and putting the plastic in recycling, or putting them in their sharps bin and taking them to the chemist. Through lots of research about the plastic used and speaking to a representative of Dexcom, it was confirmed that this rigid plastic is not recyclable. Dexcom and the supplier AMSL Diabetes could not tell me how many customers they have, so I had to estimate how many of these applicators end up in landfill every year. Considering there are 118,000 people with diabetes in Australia, and each person uses 36 of these per year, a modest estimate is that there are hundreds of thousands of these applicators going into landfill every year. In considering solutions, I first thought of a plan for volunteers in each state to take the applicators apart and recycle the parts. However, this couldn't work when I found out the plastic wasn't recyclable. I also thought that a redesign of the applicator where it could be reloaded would be good, but Dexcom would never go for that because they have a new sensor, the G7, coming out in Australia in the future. My final proposal is a product take-back scheme where customers simply take their used applicators to the chemist at all collection points when they pick up their new box of sensors. They go back to Dexcom, and Dexcom safely take out the needle, sterilise them, and reuse the plastic or components in a more sustainable way. The positives are no more plastic pollution or needles in landfill. The big negative, of course, is the huge cost to Dexcom. So the point here is in trying to make them see their responsibilities, to accept there is an issue with these, and to make things right. During this project, I was reminded again of just how vocal, active, unified, and collaborative the type 1 community is in Australia. And I thought that by agitating for change, by using that voice to propel Dexcom, who are a billion-dollar company, into action, and reminding them of their responsibilities to the UN SDGs, that they just might take action. So the first step in my plan would be to create an online petition, which I'm certain that almost everyone with type 1 in Australia would sign, and then to communicate the proposal to Dexcom. This aligns with the UN SDG 12.6, which is encourage companies, large and transnational companies, to adopt sustainable practices, which I'm sure they're very concerned about and would be looking for a solution as well. Success in this project would see an answer to everyone's questions about what to do with these applicators and to put a stop to this wastage. It'd be amazing to see Dexcom develop something really amazing to do with that rigid plastic and do some potentially groundbreaking work in the area of medical plastic wastage, which at the moment is a pressing global issue. Thank you for listening.